Let's bring in the head of Mazda's North American business, Tom Donnelly, with our very own Phil LeBeau. Phil?
Thank you, Kelly. Tom, good to be here with you. And we'll talk about the new CX-5, which is in the background here, part of a lot of your success here in the U.S. But I want to start first off with your view about the state of the U.S. consumer right now and what your dealers are hearing about people when they're coming in to look for buying a new vehicle.
Sure. Now, first of all, happy to have you here joining us. The state of the consumer and the state of the industry right now, I mean, there's a degree of uncertainty. We hear from some of our dealer partners about consumers having a bit of anxiety in terms of making purchase decisions right now. We see it a little bit in some of our shopping dynamics and some of our shopping data where, what's happening in terms of industry volume. But quite frankly, we are also seeing with some of our digital metrics where the overall shopping volume is still historically strong for us. So they may be extending their purchase decision a little bit, but they're still shopping.
And that's part of what you're noticing. People taking a little bit longer when they want to pull the trigger on a new vehicle?
Right. So specifically, feedback we get from our dealers is if customers were making decisions in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they're now taking 5 and 6 weeks. And again, we see with our digital shopping metrics in January and February, they're comparable to what we see in December. And December is historically one of the best months of the year. January and February are a little softer. So there's people out there shopping. They're just taking their time with their decision at this point to make the right decision.
Most of your vehicles are imported from being made in Japan. The CX-5 is a good example. You do have some manufacturing here in the United States, in Alabama. But there is a tariff impact here. How have you been able to mitigate that cost impact? And do you feel like there's enough certainty now that you can go into 26 saying, okay, we now know what the playing field looks like?
Yeah, the way I would frame it is we know how score is being kept now, right? So we can maneuver appropriately. And we've made a number of different adjustments in the last, let's say, 9 months or so. So the plant that we have in Alabama where we build the CX-50, we are working to increase production there. We have a capacity of 150,000. We're at about 130,000 right now. So market reaction to that vehicle has been very successful. We're growing double digits year over year there. With CX-5, as you mentioned, and we'll talk about here in a little bit, produced in Japan. It has been our best-selling nameplate really since introduction 10 years or so ago. We're very confident in how the market will receive it as we talk about some of the enhancements we've made to that product. But we feel like we've been very nimble in the decision-making we've made.
Which is what you have to be. With the CX-5, base price, a little under $30,000, going up to $39,000. So you're in the sweet spot of that market when it comes to auto affordability. If it was made here in the U.S., would you be able to lower that price even more?
Let me talk about the affordability, and that's something that's top of mind for consumers in every purchase decision or every industry at this point. As you acknowledge with CX-5, starting at price of about $29, going up to about $38, $39. Plus, we feel like the value and the content in this vehicle really positions us well. Best-in-class suite of safety features, the driving dynamics that Mazda is known for, the bold design of it, the expanded utility that we offer. So we feel really confident with this particular vehicle. So we feel like we're well positioned. And if you look at the range of our model portfolio, I mean, we have a starting at price of $25 with the Mazda 3, going up to $60, where the average transaction price is $50,000 plus. We feel like we're well positioned for the marketplace.
Are you seeing increased demand for those people looking for a vehicle, let's say at $35?
No question, in 2 areas. So for instance, Mazda 3, which is our lowest, our entry-level vehicle, we've seen month-over-month double-digit gains over the last 3 months there, which indicates that people are absolutely migrating to that part. Talked a little earlier about certified pre-owned. Now, while it's not a new vehicle, it's in that price point of 25 to, say, 35. We had our best year ever. We sold more than 75,000, which is a significant number for us. But it just is indicative that people are shopping in that, let's say, $30,000 to $40,000 range in a big way.
And real quick, last question here. You mentioned something earlier. Explain this for our audience.
Sure.
Are you starting to see people now say, I want a sedan instead of a crossover or a hatchback?
Yeah, we're absolutely seeing that, where with Mazda 3, where we have a sedan option, the demand for our sedan is 2 to 1 our hatchback version of that, which is a bit different than our initial forecast. We had expected that the hatchback would be about 2 to 1 to sedan, but there's definitely an interest and a demand in the sedan, and Mazda 3 especially.
The sedan still lives.